We use it like everyone else does. They gave us a lot of very bad advice, terrible advice. They were wrong so much, always on the side of China. China paid $40 million last year, and we've been paying $450 million a year for many years. Somehow that doesn't work out too well. China should be held responsible for what they've done. They have hurt the world very, very badly.
We made a final decision to fully defund our contribution to the WHO going forward.
Well, I have a concept because we paid $450,000, and somebody came out because we had different ideas. One was that, I could ask these brilliant people. So we help fund the World Health Organization. We use it like everyone else does. They gave us a lot of very bad advice, terrible advice. They were wrong so much, always on the side of China. China paid $40 million last year, and we've been paying $450 million a year for many years. Somehow that doesn't work out too well. So I was thinking about bringing our $450 down to $40, and some people thought that was too much. So we're going to make a decision fairly soon. But I think it's very unfair when we're paying $450. For many, many years, we've been paying $300, $400, $450, almost $500 sometimes. And we're not treated right. They should be held responsible for what they've done. They have hurt the world very, very badly. They've hurt themselves also. But yeah, they should be held responsible. They should be held responsible for what they've done. They have hurt the world very, very badly.
I can tell you that there is a significant amount of evidence that this came from that laboratory in Wuhan.
From our perspective, this remains speculative. So if that data and evidence is available, then it will be for the United States government to decide whether and when it can be shared.
Gives you high confidence that it originated in that Wuhan lab.
Remember, China has a history of infecting the world, and they have a history of running substandard laboratories. These are not the first times that we've had a world exposed to viruses.
Who of its understanding of the disease and requesting for more information.
No, we have not received any data or specific evidence from the US government relating to the purported origin of the virus. So from our perspective, this remains speculative, but any evidence-based organization, we would be very willing to receive any information that purports to the origin of the virus, because as Maria said, the origin of the virus is a very important piece of public health information for future control. So if that data and evidence is available, then it will be for the United States government to decide whether and when it can be shared. But it's difficult for WHO to operate in an information vacuum in that specific regard. We need to understand that we can learn from Chinese scientists, we can learn from each other, we can exchange knowledge, and we can find the answers together. If this is projected as aggressive investigation of wrongdoing, then I believe that's much more difficult to deal with. That's a political issue, that is not a science issue. We see scientists in China communicating, collaborating around the world right the way through this pandemic. We would like to see that spirit continue, and we would like to see scientists at the center of the exploration of the source of this. Science needs to be at the center. Science will find the answers.
So did Taiwan warn WHO on 31 December 2019? The answer is no, they didn't. The email wasn't a warning, and it only contained information that WHO already had picked up from internet reports. It's also important to say that the Wuhan situation had already been captured by WHO on that day, 31 December 2019.